Da, da, da. Hello, everybody. As you can see, I have finished the MMA guy off screen. I'm gonna start with this new guy. A lot of things have been happening as of late, and I will be doing this as long as I feel the passion to, as long as I feel the want and care to do this. I'll be going through this.
Before you say
Yo, what's up, Blaze?
do you really
what's up,
think
man?
you just got everything I had? It's obvious I shouldn't be here. So I'm not going to give 100%
I don't know what the
in a
odds of
training
that are.
match against a nobody.
Cool. Is that what you're gonna tell Triple H? Because he probably want an explanation for why the hottest free agent signing since AJ Styles just lost to a nobody.
Yeah, and for me, it's fun to take a break from creating. Yo, what's up, Triple Beat?
Triple H wasn't watching
What's up,
our
brother?
match. The coaches just say that to scare you rookies.
I'm good. I'm good, bro. Just got back from a walk not too long ago.
You think so? Cause I'm pretty sure after I beat you, I looked up at the camera and saw it zooming in.
Probably will be the last time I go for a walk today
because
because
it's
pretty hot. It's
wasting
pretty
a
hot
crap
out.
ton of money on an overhyped bust.
Face me when it really counts, and we'll see what happens.
Normally I walk more, but today I did one lap less because of the heat. Oh, nice, Blaze.
Here's the thing. I think it already did, and we saw what happened. But I'm happy to give Triple H a replay anytime.
Oh, we've had that too. We've had that too. We've had the cloudy. We've had the rain. It's a. It's certainly on days that are the hottest or whatever. And days that feel the coolest are the days that some days that feel the coolest are the days that are going to be the ones that rain. So yeah, I try to get on. I don't think so, Blaze. I don't think there's another. I don't think there's another channel that does wrestling and gardening on the same channel. So you're certainly cornering the market on that.
Hey, big news! We got another member of DX coming to help out for a bit at the PC.
So yeah, I'm taking a break from making calls.
Hornswoggle?
Oh, good lord.
No.
So,
one of the members of the best version of DX, X-Pac.
The original.
No offense, but I actually think the original version of DX was the best.
Wow. Offense taken. It's funny. Sean always tells me the same thing.
You guys were cool, but Sean and Hunter were the OGs.
Plants.
Okay.
Yeah.
What if when X-Pac is here, we had a match to settle this debate? You and your OG hero, Shawn Michaels, versus me and X-Pac.
For me, I haven't even gotten in the arenas yet. I haven't even gotten into the arenas yet. A part of me wants to just to kind of split things up from making all the calls, but I still have a lot of calls to do. And this weekend I'm gonna have no time to make. I'm gonna have no time to finish up Carol and Elgin. I'm gonna have no time to finish up Carol and Elgin. Because the one thing that Carol and Elgin has left is her moveset, and I don't have time to do her moveset. Because I have a lot of different projects. Some I can tell you about, some I can't tell you about, but I have a lot of different projects this weekend that I'm working on that I have to get done. That's priority number one to get done. So. But yeah, after Carol and Elgin, I think just because of the fact that her logos are similar to, you know, what's up, Nightmare? Because her logos are similar to Casey Grimm, I'm probably gonna do Casey Grimm next. Oh yeah, Beetle. At some point, I'm gonna need my world champion. Just a little heads up. I'm gonna need my world champion at some point. Oh, nice. The only reason I'm starting the only reason it's a new My Rise is because I've already done my other character. I've already gotten my other character done. I already beat it with that character. With the MMA fighter. Boom. All right, man. Will do. It'll probably be after the stream if you're free. It'll probably be after the stream. Because it'll probably be the only time that I'm still on this game. So at least for this weekend. Besides going on for my faction to get the daily rewards for the My Faction app game. I mean the totally original idea of My Faction that does not at all remind you of a mobile game. Oh, nice, Nightmare. Bum, 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 bum. Wabba. Oh, okay, man. Just tell me when you're free there, Triple Beat, and we'll work around our schedules. Okay. Okay, next weekend sounds good. As for this weekend, tomorrow after the My GM stream, I'll be showing off I'll be doing a few matches with some of my calls. Oh, hold the phone. I'll have to text you at some point to see if next week is gonna be a free week. I may not be free next week. It's possible, but I may not be free next week. But anyway, back to what's gonna happen tomorrow with the matches. I'll be doing as many as I possibly can, and after I do as many as I possibly can, for that, you are basically going to be seeing matches that are with default sliders and that are with 2K19 stats, 2K19 sliders. There are more that we're learning about the sliders. That sounds good, bro. I've never really wanted anybody to upload anybody like that's just. I never really wanted anybody to upload anybody that's re-uploadable, because I know the rabbit hole that goes down. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and it's also better for me time-wise, too. It's also better for me time-wise, because... Because time-wise, I try to slip in a lot of the stuff that I'm doing outside of here more often than not. And getting cause done when I can, instead of getting cause done, getting cause done when I can, pretty much. And the process has been so slow because of 2K22. Mainly due to trying to tiptoeing around the crashes, tiptoeing around all the landmines that this game has, and tiptoeing around all the limitations. Tiptoeing around all the freaking limitations with this game are just... It is really hard at times. It can get hard. And it can get far more, and it can get really annoying. Oh man, 9 to 5. Oh damn. Don't work yourself too hard there, brother.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 290 pounds.
Yeah, don't work yourself too hard there, man. Holy shit.
As a pro athlete, he just began to reach his potential in football when nagging injuries caught up to him. After he impressed WWE recruiter Corey Klein, he was given an opportunity at the Performance Center, and the rest is history.
I like my work, but not that much. Oh, really? It's relaxing. It's relaxing for you. Well, to each their own. Whatever it takes to, whatever relaxes you. I mean, creating cause for me used to relax me when the games were better. I'm actually planning on something actually relaxing for me come its anniversary in August, because in August will be the anniversary of when Batman Arkham Asylum came out. So I'm gonna download Batman Arkham Asylum again and play Batman Arkham Asylum, and then play Batman Arkham, and then play the second game, Arkham Knight, Arkham City, and then probably play Arkham Knight possibly, depending on how much time I have around then.
So between WCW and WWE,
Since a lot of games got delayed, Starfield got delayed. Starfield got delayed. 2K, the AEW game looks like it's gonna be no mercy in 2022, which may sound good to some people, but they're going to be in for a rude awakening when if that's the case and the game comes out. They're going to be in for a rude awakening.
WWE Universe is going crazy.
Yeah, there's just a lot of stuff going on right now, and I'm pretty much just at the point of getting things done when I can, and doing as much as I can to take a break, and doing stuff like this, like doing this type of stuff with, like doing this type of My Rise and stuff like that that just help me to at least take a little bit of a break from working on calls.
And that said, how can Hogan come out here and think the training, the prayers, the vitamins, and believing in yourself is enough to get the job done? Oh, just sit back and watch, Corey. I look forward to seeing your face when the whole.
But trust me, the wait. But trust me, the wait's gonna be worth it, guys. The wait's gonna be tremendously worth it. Oh, nice.
Heads outside, but this one has to end in the ring. Comes back into the ring. Kick to the gut. Ooh, brutal forearm.
I have so many ideas, and some of the ideas, because of how busy we've been, some of the ideas my inner circle, Monk and Beetle, don't even know about some of the ideas that I've come up with for this season. So there's gonna be a lot of stuff that are even gonna surprise them when the season starts. And like I said, I may actually start making arenas at some point to do the monotony, to kind of split up the monotony of making cause at this point. Because right now, trying to fiddle fart around and trying to work within the limitations of the game is gets me, takes the fun and joy out of what I used to like. And I completely forgot to turn off my notifications. Oh well. Ironically, belts was the first thing I did. Ironically, belts were the first thing I did. Yeah. Oh well. I'm not. Notifications are on, guys. I completely forgot to do it. I'll remember now. I'll remember tomorrow. I just got back from walking and I completely just had a brain fart. And also, it's been a long time since I've done these streams, so. But oh well. Yeah, I completely. Yeah, when I first got the game, I started with the belts because I knew that the belts were going to be an easy task. Because I knew I wasn't going to go over the limit by doing belts. And then after belts, I went for cause with limited logos. I did what I do in real life for. Let me do my signature, you jackass. I did exactly what I did with money. I did exactly what I did with money, which is be as cheap as possible and use as small amount as humanly possible. At times, it does pay to be cheap, guys. It does pay to be cheap.
That is the kind of win that opens eyes here in WWE. A major victory here. Every match is special, but this one just raised the bar even higher. I bet the whole locker room was watching this one by the end of it.
Well, Nightmare, tell me what kind of belt logos you need, and message me what type of belt logos you need, and I can sit there and send you any amount of stuff that you need, because I have an access of a lot of stuff. A lot of it I'm not even going to use. All right. There we go. So yeah, for tomorrow, if anybody was looking to see Carol and Elgin in action, you are going to be very disappointed, because Carol and Elgin is not a part of the list. I did download a lot of cause. I did download a lot of a lot of the cause back that I needed, that were up there, but those cause are not going to be on the list of cause that I use. In this, it's just going to be my cause. It's just going to be my cause because my cause are the ones that I know are, because my cause are the ones that I'm looking to showcase. Because nobody but me has seen those cause in action in the ring. So I want to show them off.
Is a handicap match.
So
introducing first.
That's what's going to happen tomorrow. That's what's going to happen to.
Weighing in at 290 pounds.
That's what's going to happen tomorrow after I get done with. after I get done with the GM stream.
After bouncing around pro football,
Which shouldn't be very long. It should be like an hour in. It should be like an hour in, and I'm done. Honestly, because I'm on the road to Fastlane, and then after Fastlane is the road to WrestleMania.
Listen, this is pure electricity. I feel like the entire arena is shaking right now. It's all thanks to the...
I don't know. Some people have the Xbox version, and I'm hearing they're having none of the problem. I'm hearing that some of the people are. I'm hearing that I heard at least from one Xbox user that they're not having the same problems that PlayStation users are having. So
things can get out of control in a hurry when competing in this type of matchup. Corey, is there a way for the side that's outnumbered to pick up the win? One way to overcome the odds is to keep the same person in the ring.
Which makes me wonder what problems Xbox is having if they're not having the problems that we are. Because obviously they would be having problems.
Didn't you just say that, Corey? Anyhow, that's why a question in a handicap match is, will the person who struck first be the one who strikes last?
Because there is no way this game is perfect on the Xbox and the PlayStation is the only one that gets the shaft. There is no way. Every game has its flaws, and this game has multiple of them.
With the arm clutch into the... DDT by the Rock.
Oh, really? They also have the CC glitch, so at least we're not alone. Oh yeah, for everybody watching that does not know anything about the CC glitch, because I have seen a lot of people, because a lot of people have skipped 20. A lot of people skip 20, so they know nothing about this glitch. Guys, if you see a call, if you upload a call on CC, if you upload a call to CC and you do not see them in downloads, check if you do not see them in uploads, go to downloads. Go to downloads. They are there. Do not re-upload them 50 times. Do not re-upload the call 50 times. Check downloads. The call is there. It's a glitch. It's a bug. It's a bug that's carried over from 2K20. This is a bug in 2K20. It was a problem in 2K20, and it's still a problem even in this game. It's still an issue. And what this means is that the call is up there permanently. There is no way to get it down. The only way to get it down, even from 2K's own words, the only way to get it down is to mark it as inappropriate and explain to them that the call is up there by this bug, and you want it taken down. That is the only way to get it taken down. That is it. Oh yeah, there's a lot of games like that. Some games work perfectly on Xbox, some work perfectly on, some work perfectly on Xbox, and then they have problems on PlayStation like that. And that also depends on what PlayStation you're talking about, because PlayStation 3 had multiple problems like that because of the hardware that they used. That problem on the PlayStation 3 was because of the hardware that they used, because they wanted to make it a PC, and they ended up realizing that trying to combine a console and a PC do not work well does not work as well as you would think, or as well as their concept was.
Okay, already, we get it. Stop looking for adulation from the crowd and get back into the fight.
Oh, 4-2? That's the thing. I know a little bit about the problems with PS3. I don't know any of the reasons PS4 has any problems. I don't know any of those because I'm not tech savvy, and I'm not gonna claim that I am. I know some. I know a little bit based off of what everyone has said about the PlayStation 3, but I don't know anything else.
And he'll come back from under the apron. Locks in the gut wrench.
Right now, I can at least Right now, I can understand what people are talking about when it comes to the stun problem, because the stun really is kind of a problem right now in this game. Really, they reversed it. I'm shocked.
And now there's an opening.
Come here, Rocky.
Had that move from the Rock scouted. Oh, boy. Now for a power bomb. Not done yet. Holding on. And not again. A third time. Check out this. All the way down. He's doing a whole lot of gesturing, and it could cost him. He's getting a huge boost right now from all those chants and cheers. 3. Oh, my goodness.
Knock him down.
5. Start counting, Saxton. 1, 2, 3. We could be here all day. Power. I think you're right. The Rock hoping to head this attack off with a pass. And The Rock is from the middle rope. Oh, a splash.
This coming week or coming really soon, the 17th, we're gonna get the next DLC pack, which is the Most Wanted pack. Honestly, the only people that I'm really interested in out of the Most Wanted pack is Cactus Jack, Vader, and Ilya Dragunov. That's pretty much it. Everybody else out of that pack, I'm really not interested in if I remember who they are.
The fight is being brought right to him. He's going to have to dig out of this in a hurry. Alabama slam. That was all sorts of nasty. He is just really...
Ilya Dragunov I want just for the sheer fact that I want to put the NXT UK Championship on him like he has in real life. I never really was a fan of Indy Hartwell. Never really was a fan of. Really never was a fan of her. Never really was a fan of her. Never really got into her as a wrestler. Never really did.
He gets the kick out after the one. You expect these pins to last much longer at this stage in the match. He eludes the contact. Big time shoulder block with a corkscrew.
And honestly, I still don't know what she's like in the ring. All that much, because most of the time all she's doing is stupid. All she was doing for a long time was stupid Gaga storylines with freaking Dexter Lumis. So I really don't know much about what her stuff is.
He's on the ropes to the right. Rising stops the count.
Funny thing is, I remember when Ilya Dragunov first came to the WWE, and he had this weird thing about putting on a hat. he had like a hat on. He had like some type of a Russian hat. If anybody remembers that, he had like a Russian hat on, and he did like a Russian dance. And he kicked the opponents in the face. Like the first time he was there. It was really weird. So up until his matchup with Walter, I really was never I was never really that big of a fan of Ilya Dragunov. Because of that. Yeah, the red eyes too. And like I said, he would like pull out like a stereotypical Russian hat, and he would do like that Russian he would do like a Russian dance, and like kick the opponent in the face or whatever. It was really it was really dumb. And when I saw him, I'm like, what the hell is this? So I really was never, after that, I never really saw much of him up until that matchup with Walter. And the match with Walter is the one I became a fan of his. Yeah, it was they got rid of it real quick. I will say that. They got rid of that real quick. Apparently someone informed him, and rightfully so, informed him that this was probably a really stupid thing to do. Really? Interesting. Haven't really watched NXT UK, honestly. Haven't really watched anything on NXT UK. Because I really don't have time. I really don't have time. When NXT UK is on, I'm normally either working or just so exhausted and tired that I'm just like, I don't want to go on I do not want to suffer going on Peacock to watch the crap, to watch NXT UK. Because while working, I've dealt with a lot of different like show apps, like Peacock, like Paramount Plus and stuff like that. My heavens, they're all just trying to be Netflix, and they're trying to be Disney Plus, and they just fail miserably at it every single time.
The following and his opponent.
At least in my opinion, they do. Oh yeah, there's way too many. There is way too many apps out there now. And a lot of them kind of look alike in try to do the same things in a lot of ways. Right now, during some downtime at work, I'm trying to watch. I've been watching old Nickelodeon game shows. Like first I went through Legends of the Hidden Temple, then I went through Nick Arcade, and now I'm going through Double Dare. Now I'm going through Double Dare. And my gosh, I have had more crashes on Paramount Plus than I have on 2K20 twice over. Like every single time I'm on it, it crashes. It's a very, very finicky and very, very bad app. I do not recommend Paramount Plus at all. I recommend it for the content if you're a Nickelodeon fan, but I don't recommend it for any type of long watching, long binge watching stuff. Because it's just bleh. It's not good. It doesn't work. It tries way too hard to be Netflix. Whoa! Honestly, I thought this was gonna be easier with a big guy. I thought this was gonna be easier as I pick a bigger character. I'm having more difficulties with the big guy than I did with the MMA fighter. And also, me playing this game is also a key one of the reasons why I have not used any sliders right now, because I do not want to deal with the sliders while playing the game, because dealing with the sliders would probably make the game a lot worse. Because I remember doing that. I remember doing that in 19. I remember doing that in 19. I decided to play GM mode, and I did not realize me being the ever classic brain scientist that I am. I did not realize that the sliders that I still had the sliders on. I did not realize I still had the sliders on. So I went to play the GM mode, and I'm like, why is this so hard? Why is this a lot harder than normal? This is on easy difficulty. Why is this a lot harder than normal? Oh, my sliders are on. Oops. My sliders are on. That's why it's peaked. That's why I have longer matches going on. I think I need to fix this. Yeah, it was a real wake up call for me while playing the game. I mean, my sliders are good for watching matches, but not good for playing. Well, they're good for playing too if you're looking for a challenge, but it's not good if you're not looking for a challenge. If you're not looking for a challenge, you're like, whoa, what the hell? Yeah, let me do this Titus thing. Bench warmer. Titus certainly is that. I know some people are a fan of Titus O'Neil in the ring. I never was. Titus O'Neil to me is just like Luchasaurus. Very much a two left feet, clumsy oaf like wrestler. He's a big guy, and that's his claim to fame as being a big guy, but he just has in the ring for me he had two left feet. He was a very not smooth. He wasn't smooth in the ring at all. Same as Luchasaurus. Luchasaurus definitely feels the same way. Like it's for Luchasaurus, it's more along the lines of he looks like he dropped out of a wrestling. He dropped out of the the NXT wrestling school. But for Titus, it's just like two left feet, two left hands. It's like, poor dude. He looks the part, but he had nothing. He had no skill in the ring to back it up. At least in my eyes. I know a lot of people liked him. But right now he's more like a spokesperson, and that's right now his best quality is being the spokesperson for the company. That's right now his best stuff. Because he's a very inspirational guy. Oh yeah, for those in the chat that have not heard, we are getting a classic WWE SVR, SmackDown, and WWE2K alumni. Somebody that has been working on the games for a long time returning to the project. For those that don't know. Brian Williams is returning to has returned or is returning to 2K to work on obviously I would expect to work on future WWE titles. Honestly, out of the two, he was my favorite. Honestly, out of the two spokespeople for the old SVR days, he was my favorite. Because he was the most down to earth and the most honest out of the bunch for me. He was the one that I looked at and I was like, I believe every word he says that he's actually legitimately trying to work on the game and make it better. While the other guy, I completely forgot his name, just felt like he was towing the company line. So, all I can say for him is, dude, good luck. You have a lot of work ahead of you to try to fix this mess, and I hope you can at least do some of it. I hope you can at least fix some of this mess. If not in this game, at least give us hope for future games. I mean, please, make me not want to quit. Please give me a reason not to quit playing these games altogether. Bring back as many SVR alumni as humanly possible. Try to do everything you can to fix this mess. Anything to make these games look like the SVR days. It would be lovely. Anything like that to fix, anything like that to make it feel like the SVR days would be welcome, in my opinion.
1, 2, 3.
Because I miss when you had low stamina and you did a finisher. Back in SVR 06 this happened. Your call would just collapse. Your character would just collapse, and or if the person was already down to begin with, or you were already down after you did the move, you stayed down, and the game had you had the opportunity to have like a 10 count. Both characters were down for like a 10 count. That was really awesome. I miss it. It was only in SVR 06, and it was something that I strongly miss, because it was so realistic. Two people down for a 10 count. You had to get back up. You had to fight to get back to your feet. The characters had to fight to get back to their feet. It was so awesome. It was so intense. It made it if you got a draw, it made it so you actually wanted to do rematches. Where it's like, oh, that match was so good, I want to see another one between these two. I want to see what happens. I want to see if they can get up again. And stuff like that. You know, see if they can get up from the damage and stuff like that. It was so much fun. It made the matches so much better. There was like a sleeper hold system back in SVR 06 where the referee would actually check the arm of your opponent, of the person in the sleeper hold. The person would pass out, and the referee would check the hand. And you had three tries to get out of you had 3 tries. You had 3 tries to stop your hand from falling. It was really fun. It made the games so much fun. At least for me, it did. For me, it made the games fun. For me, at least, it made the games fun.
1, 2, 3.
Because I remember playing the game. I remember watching matches, playing matches, watching matches for hours and hours and hours. Just having fun, watching matches, doing shit like that, doing stuff that I do now, doing stuff that I still do to this day, watching matches, but this time I'm recording them.
1, 2, 3.
You know, this time I'm recording matches, but back in those days I wasn't recording matches. I was just playing them or watching them. It was really fun.
1, 2, 3.
And I've done a little bit of that so far in 2K22. You know, watch matches. I've actually gotten Roman Reigns to have nearly every single world title in the game. In my off thing. In my title management. Like, Roman has nearly every single world title, even the old WWF World Championship. That has like some of the misremember dates on it. Yeah, by the way, there's error dates on there. They screwed up the dates. Obviously, some of the dates on there were supposed to be like they were on the actual belt, which was showing the Pacific champions that were the champions, during that era. But yeah, that didn't work out well for the game. Because they screwed up the dates on the belt. I actually tried privately. I should have done it on stream, but I tried privately to see if I could name everybody that was on the belt. Every single date that was every single person that was on the belt. I think I did pretty well, but I screwed up on a lot of them. I screwed up on a few of them. I actually used something that I have with that I have a DVD, like a DVD of the WWE Championship, and it has like a cool booklet. It has like a really neat booklet that has like every champion up to that point. So I looked up the dates for certain champions afterwards after it to see if I got it right. I got a few of them right. I missed a few of them. I missed a few of the champions. Oh yeah. There was a game like that. It was called Legends of Wrestling. It was called Legends of Wrestling that did like a territory system, but they tried to compete with the SVR. They tried to compete with the W2K games for a while. They tried their best. They did everything they could to get. They did a lot to try to compete, but they just could not compete. They had some of the territory guys, but they did not have a lot of them. They mostly had some modern guys too. They had some modern guys in there, like some of them, like RVD was one of the main ones. RVD was one of the main ones that, like RVD was one of the main ones that. RVD was one of the main ones that they had in the game. But they had a lot of legends. They had the Bruno Sammartinos and stuff like that, but it wasn't. Back then there was a lot of names in the game that people would not know about. But if you have done any study of wrestling history, nowadays a lot of the names in the game would be like elementary to you, and it would just lead to you kind of saying, you know what? Why didn't they put this guy in the game? Why didn't they put this guy in the game instead? Along with that, anybody that studied wrestling history for that era would like come up with a lot of different obscure names to put in it now, but they were good for their era. And the last game was Showdown Legends of Wrestling, where you had the returning commentary duo of Tony Schiavone, Bobby the Brain Heenan, and Larry Sabisco as your commentary team. And it was one of the last times you ever heard Bobby Heenan's voice, because after that because a little after that I believe he got his his cancer in his voice spread. So it was one of the last times we ever got to hear the voice of Bobby the Brain Heenan. So for that, it's a very, very, it's a big piece of history. And honestly, it's the best out of the Road to WrestleMania games. It's the best out of the Road to WrestleMania games. Not the Road to WrestleMania. It's the best out of out of the Legends of Wrestling game. It's the best out of the Legends of Wrestling game, Legends of Wrestling games, and I recommend it. For anybody that has a PS2, I recommend it. Showdown Legends of Wrestling. Look it up. It's a great game. Gameplay wise, it's not the best, but story wise, you take your character, even a created character. You can create a character in it, and you take that character and you go through the territories. You go through California, you go through Texas, you go through California, you go through Texas, you go through Florida. They don't bring up the territory owners. They don't bring up the territory owners. They don't bring up what show you're on. They don't go very, very in depth on the territory system because there were a lot of shows. But it's good for its day. But the Legends of Wrestling games, all three of them, the final one, Showdown Legends of Wrestling, is the best one out of the bunch, and I highly recommend it. Yo, what's up, PFW? How are you, man? Sorry for ignoring you a little bit there. I was talking about some Showdown Legends of Wrestling. If you've heard of that game. It was a wrestling game back in the day that was trying to do what the SVR games were doing back then, but doing it with classic wrestlers. Trying to do as classic of wrestlers as humanly possible. They got a few of the standard ones for the era that you would think of, but they didn't get everybody, or they didn't get everybody that a wrestling historians would think of. And it's a pretty good game for its era. The final one, Showdown Legends of Wrestling, had Bobby the Brain Heenan on commentary with Larry Sabisco and Tony Schiavone. And it was one of the last times we heard Bobby Heenan's voice, because after that his cancer spread more, and he lost his voice. Hello, Tom. Welcome to the stream. And I believe there was managers in that game too. Like you could do, I think the Grand Wizard was in the game too. I think like the Grand Wizard and stuff like that. Like a lot of the managers from that era. At least some of them were. Some of the managers from that era. I don't remember how many. It's been a long time, and I've since sold my PS2, so I have no way of going back and doing any type of research on that game.
One, two, three.
There we go. And the best part of Showdown Legends of Wrestling is that you will also get, like, interviews with the people in the game. You'll get interviews. Like, every character, nearly every character in the game. Nearly every character in the game, you'll get an interview with that person. Like, there was one interview with, there's interviews with like, Bam Bam Bigelow, Bruno Sammartino. There's like really good stories in there, and it's really interesting. And a lot of the stories are really interesting. And I used to sit there and listen to those for hours. Like one of them was really eerie because it was with Bam Bam, and Bam Bam Bigelow was looking to come back. Bam Bam said in that game that he was looking to come back, and like a couple years later after that, he passed away. All right, let's do the indie show. I wish you could do this. I wish you could still do this mission, but decide not to go and do something like that. That'd be kind of cool. If you would decide not to, and only Chase got in trouble. And maybe he gets pissed at you or something.
I'm Baron Blade. Whatever you've heard about me, don't believe it. Unless it was good, then it's totally legit.
By the way, for those that have seen the GM stream, look at the background.
Can't wait to check out all the
they have posters of two of the people that you can get in the GM mode.
But I don't allow
two of the indie guys.
It's a lighthouse and we need to
it's two of the indie guys from the game.
Especially after we
I love that. It's a nice touch.
Saying 2 future WWE superstars were competing.
Wait.
Yeah, Baron Blade.
A match?
Yeah.
That is hilarious. It is hilarious. Baron Blade, the character that had no personality, nothing to show for him at all.
Chase, what the heck, man?
In SVR 15, in WWE 15, in 2K15,
how much you loved collecting matches from restaurants you
is the character that has lasted the longest. He is from 2K15.
Was a complete waste of time.
He's been around for like 5 years.
No, I'll still take those. Thanks.
Actually, it's over 5 years. He's been around for over 5 years.
We were here, and now we're going to
Yo, what's up, Fiery? How you doing, brother?
Problem.
Yeah, he's been in these games for over 5 years, and he hasn't gone away.
You should probably
It's like, what's the appeal of this guy?
I don't have any gear.
What's the appeal of Baron Blade?
Remember?
He wasn't even good in the game he was featured in.
Rookie mistake. Just wrestle in your clothes, I guess.
Remind me to never listen to you again.
How would I be able to remind you if you're not
apparently,
gonna listen to me?
Baron is best for business.
You're the worst.
Nice. I'm taking a break from the lab. Hell, this entire weekend is going to be a break from the lab. Because right after this stream, I get to work on a couple of the secret projects I have to do. Oh yeah, and by the way, guys, yes, I'm going to skip over Raw on stream. For a few major reasons, because Raw is bugged. Because the Raw part of the game is bugged, the game will crash. The game will crash during after matches. So when I finally reach Raw, I'm going to skip over the Raw stuff on stream. I'm going to skip over the Raw stuff on stream. Oh, awesome! Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do the same thing at some point. But mainly, I'm going to do that with the attributes, because as we learn more about the game and as more of the DLCs come out, once I finally do finish, once I finally finish all of my cause, I'm pretty much going to be going through every single call I got, and pretty much adjusting the attributes to match a 2K22 styling instead of WWE instead of WWE2K instead of the what the hell is it? Instead of 2K19. And this freaking goober had his ring gear all ready to go. This moron had his ring gear all ready to go. Really, that's awesome. I've been so busy working on cause, I have not had any amount of time to even think about the attributes. The only time I just saw one video about attributes and stuff like that, and I learned a little bit about it. That's it. I'm mostly waiting on learning anything about it after I'm done with making shit. But I'm glad somebody's already figured out the attribute stuff. No surprise it was Monk. My man Monk is always on top of things. Always has been, always will be. Wabba! And I've already said one of my problems with the with this game in general, but I'll repeat it. One of the problems with this game and why we're getting fast matches is because all the moves are sped up. If you've noticed, nearly all the moves are sped up. And I mean like to a ridiculous point. If you hear anybody say that a move is too slow, I recommend unsubscribing from that person, putting them on a block list, and never trust anything they say ever again in life. Because there is no way in hell. There is no move that is slow in this game. Every move in this game is fast. And super fast. And that is part of the reason why we're getting fast matches. It's because the moves are so fast that there's no way to there's no slowing down of the matches. It's like every match is booked by Tony Khan. It's like every match is booked by someone on Ritalin. It's a lot. That's why a lot of the matches are so damn fast. And honestly, for me, when I notice a move that was slow, and it goes super fast like that, it bothers me. For example, I don't know why they did it, but they sped up Aleister Black's entrance. For anybody that noticed, they sped up Aleister Black's entrance. So when Aleister Black's entrance is put on a caw, it looks like the caw is going in fast forward. I'm not joking. It looks like the caw is. It looks like someone pressed fast forward, and the caw it just walked like it's on like a fast forward VHS player. As the guy runs down to the ring. Oh yeah, yeah. Personality traits have been a big thing. Big thing with the games. That's another reason I was getting good matches in 19, because I was using all of 19's best stuff. But anyway, sorry I'm going on that rant, but I noticed that last night while I was doing shit, and I
guess you saw what happened.
And I was like, okay, the speeding up thing has got to stop.
It was kind of hard not to see it. Footage was plastered all over.
My brain cannot handle it.
What did you think of the match? 4
My
stars?
eyes cannot handle it.
Maybe?
My head cannot handle it. I was getting headaches.
What matters is I wasn't the only
while
one
seeing
who
the
got
guy
wind of your little guest
while seeing
here.
the guy
You know, we do
freaking
have
fast
internet
forward
up in
his way to the
Connecticut,
ring.
right? Here's what I'm thinking. First time
I was like, there's no reason
for
for everything to be this fast.
Match against the Viking Raiders. Sound fair?
I'm like, calm the hell down.
Yes, that's more than fair. And I promise it won't happen again.
It better not. Or you two will permanently be on the Indies. Now go do laps around the building until the Viking Raiders get here.
When might that be?
Oh, about 3 hours.
More than
from
likely,
now.
the game slowed the moves down.
Go.
More than likely, the game only slowed the moves down. I don't know. I don't know. That would have to be tested. That would have to be tested. But there's no way to slow down entrances. There's no way to slow down momentum of the entrances. If they fast forward, if they speed up an entrance, my heavens. My heavens, the guy looks like they look like they are going like the whole thing is on fast forward. And mentally I'm just like, I'm about halfway ready to go back to 19 and just do shit on 19, because at least on 19 I at least had matches and at least had entrances that I could have go slow. Because what the hell is with everything going so fast? Now, back in the day, in the SVR days, yes, I understood back then why some moves had to be sped up, because some of them were taking two to four minutes to finish at times. One of the biggest examples of that was Ted DiBiase, the $1 Billion Man's fist drops. That one was one of the biggest, one of the biggest ones that were big on being super mega slow. But my heavens, this is just way too much now. They've sped it up way too much, to the point where it's annoying to me. It gets me so. It makes me agitated while watching it. It makes me feel like I'm on some drug making me go slower. If that makes any sense. It feels like I'm listening to the Micro Machine Man. And the game is the Micro Machine Man as every move goes hyper fast. Oh, it's against the ropes. I plumb forgot. Ow. There we go. Yeah, apologies for going on that little bit of a rant, but I have noticed it, and I cannot unsee it. I cannot unsee all of the speed-ups in this game. And it's gotten me just... Hit him. Hit him. Thank you. Hit him. There we go. Like I said, apologies for going in that little bit of a rant, but I got... But like I said, seeing Aleister Black's entrance get sped up just absolutely was my final straw. Because I was like, okay, this has gone a little bit overboard with this. This move is too slow. It needs to be sped up. It's just so it got to me at that point. I'm like, okay, now this is a little bit getting too overboard with the speed up shit, because it's not there's a good balance, and none of it is here right now. Okay. Protect Todd at all costs. What the hell?
Been hearing good stuff about you. Even Todd in security is talking up your training matches. Speaking of Todd, Paragon J. Pierce keeps asking Todd to park his car like he's a valet.
Yeah, this must be protect Todd at all costs. Baba. Gotcha. Gotcha, bitch. On a positive note, I saw Doctor Strange 2. I'm not going to give any spoilers. I'm not going to give any spoilers. It was awesome. Highly recommend. Probably the next movie I'm going to go out to theaters to watch is Thor: Love and Thunder. Oh, awesome. Definitely. I loved it. I loved it. Yeah, but yeah, the next movie I'm gonna go see is Thor: Love and Thunder when it comes out. I will be trying to convince the person that I go with to go a little bit farther to watch the movie. A little bit farther, a couple hours away to watch the movie, so we can watch the movie in a comfortable theater. Because my local theater still has the my local theater still has the old seats. They have the old seats and shit, and I'm sitting in it, and I'm sitting in those seats, and I'm like, oh gosh. I feel like I'm 500 pounds trying to sit in this small little fucking rinky-dink seat. So yeah, I'm gonna try to convince the person that I go with to see the movie, to see the Marvel movies. If we can go at least a couple more hours away to the comfortable theater that has like the reclining seats and all that shit, and see the movie that way, because to see Love and Thunder that way, because my heavens, it's a horrible. Those old seats are a horrible experience watching a movie at this point. I've gotten too used to the one time I was able to go out there for the reclining seats and stuff. I saw what I have been missing. Like I said, apologies for everybody that is noticing the notifications. I'll shut them off on the next stream. I will remember to shut them off on the next stream, which is tomorrow. I'll remember it. Yeah, I wish I had enough money to go to Marvel movies once or twice more. Because more than likely, but that's still, but because the person I go with is just as cheap as I am, so he's not, so more than likely he's not gonna go for it. But at least I'll at least try to be at least a little convincing. To say, please, I want proper seats. I actually got to see Ant-Man and Wasp months and months after when it got on Netflix.
I was in a bit of a philosophical mood
before
last
it went
night.
on
What are you getting at?
I guess I was
before
thinking
it went
about
on
how
Disney Plus.
dominating my finishers.
That was before Disney Plus was around.
I'd like the chance to prove it.
Really?
So.
Okay.
Deal.
So I watched Ant-Man and Wasp like that, like years later. I know. Some theaters serve alcohol. Funny thing is. Oh, okay. Okay. See you later, Triple Beat. Thanks for being on the stream, man. Thanks for chatting it up. You have a good day, man. You hear? You have a good day. I know Disney Plus is still around, but it wasn't around when Netflix had Wasp and Ant-Man and Wasp. It was at the time where Marvel movies would have a time on Netflix and then disappear. That was before Disney Plus was around. When Disney Plus came around, when Disney Plus came around, they have them all in like a neat single file line of every single Marvel movie. So I was able to catch up on a little bit of Ant-Man and Wasp that I missed. All right, bro. I'll get that after the stream. See, I was able to catch up on Ant-Man and Wasp that I missed. I remember because it was around the time when they got rid of Ant-Man and Wasp on Netflix. It was around the time of them launching Disney Plus. Because I remember, because it was a thought of what were they going to do with the Netflix the Netflix Marvel shows. Because that was around the time Netflix had a deal with Marvel. So. But yeah, I started watching Ant-Man and Wasp on Netflix, and then when it went over to Disney Plus, I finished it there. If I remember correctly. I could be mistaken, but that's how I remember it, at least. I win. Bam! I win. I beat the shit out of him. But anyway, for the theaters serving alcohol thing, one of my local theaters actually does serve alcohol and apparently looks really nice inside and has the updated seats and all that shit. But the problem with them is they get the most recent movies like a couple months later. That theater over there when it's open. When it has a new owner, every like couple months or so, they only have the newest releases they have the newest releases that were the newest releases, like a couple months that were a couple months before. So when the movie by the time the movie comes out on DVD, that movie is being advertised in that local theater. So yes, it looks nice inside, and apparently it looks nice inside as it serves alcohol, apparently serves burgers and shit like that. But it always gets all the movies like later by the time they're out on DVD. So my thought is always either go to the nice one when the movie's out on DVD, or go to the theater that has not updated in eons but at least gets the movies on time. I'll go to the theater where the movies actually show up on time.
Hey, rookie. Turns out I have to...
Don't know how easy you...
Not so...
Okay. Get up. Bam. Against two friggin' small fries. Bam. Yeah, against two friggin' little small fries. And this is why I picked the big guy. This is why I picked the big wrestler. Because there is no way they're gonna beat a big wrestler. He's gonna be kicking their ass most of the time. If I continue, do not miss my moves. Because I was missing my moves for like 4 seconds there. Bam. Come here, Ribby. This is for kicking me in the balls in 2K20. Oh. Frickin' bitch. Gotta love big guy wrestlers. Just mowing them down like they're stacking them up like cordwood. Bastard. Got it reversed. Hoya. Come here. What up? Over here. Bam. I know I'm not gonna get it, but at least drain him down a peg. bitch. Dominator. Boom. Here we go. Bam. I didn't have the stamina. That's the one problem I'm gonna have. I don't have the stamina. And the freaking stun, because the game bugged the stun out for whatever reason. Now the stun is like overly done now because the game freaking fucked up the stun. Because that's always good when the game fucks up its own shit. That's always fantastic. Gotta love it when the game does that.
1, 2, 3.
I won. Are you alive? Okay. By the way, may I say I do not know why they changed out because the character that I'm using has Austin Theory's theme song in the game. I don't know why they changed that theme out for the theme that he has now. Because the theme that he has in this game is good. I like it. It's a headbanger. I'm a big fan of his theme in the game, in this game. I don't know why they changed it out. Maybe Vince didn't like it. I don't know. I liked it. And as you can see, this guy has some tattoos on, mainly from the stuff that I have. Mainly from the stuff that I have for working on Cause. Oh yeah, oh yeah. They've changed a few things in this game for no reason. By the way, for in-game, I find this really cute that WWE is trying to make it look like companies like New Japan and stuff like that have like small rinky-dink little audiences. Because you can tell that's what this is trying to be. This is trying to be like a New Japan thing. Because they have Hulk Hogan here and all that stuff. Pro Wrestling Japan, you see? Pro Wrestling Japan. Oh yeah, that I believe is because I think we're probably getting those characters. I think we're probably gonna get the Goddess Alexa Bliss and all those other characters unlocked, so we can use them, which would be cool because I would love to have in my GM mode, Dominic Dijakovic instead of T-Bar. Because I think he's better. I think he's better as Donovan Dijakovic than frickin' T-Bar. But yeah, I think in a future patch, I think we're going to get those characters unlocked for us. Because I know a lot of people have been asking for it. A lot of people have been asking for those characters. Same thing with Shawn Michaels. Same thing with 97 Shawn Michaels. Same thing with 97 Shawn Michaels. Apparently 97 Shawn Michaels you can actually fight in this My Rise. But I've never seen that story. Oh, of course not. But the funny thing is, for those that were shocked that, for those that were making it like a big news, WWE wanted to work with New Japan. Oh my gosh, it was so big. Guys, if you know your wrestling history, they've worked with New Japan before. They legitimately did. Look it up. WWE has worked with New Japan before. It's not that big of a thing. They've worked with New Japan before in the past. It was back in the old WWF days. It was before. Hell, it was during the WWF era of the 80s as well. It was one of the reasons in the 90s Hulk Hogan got in trouble. Because Hulk Hogan, while having the WWE Championship after winning it at WrestleMania 9, Hulk Hogan went to Japan and said he wanted the challenge for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship, and he infamously called the WWF Championship the Winged Eagle belt. He called the WWF Championship a toy, and said this is a toy, this is a trinket. I want the IWGP belt. And WWE caught wind. And WWE caught wind of. And WWE caught wind of that. And that was one of the reasons that Hogan got in Hogan got in hot water with the WWE at the time. And that's why Yokozuna regained. That was one of the reasons. That was one of the things that led to Hogan dropping the belt to Yokozuna. Hogan was going to lose the belt to Yokozuna anyway, but Hogan was going to come back in a third match and beat Yokozuna. But because of what Hogan said, Hogan was in hot water with the WWE. And then the steroid trial happened, and he decided to get back at Vince for being pissed at him by testifying against him. But yeah, it's a subliminal shot at New Japan, but mainly from those that have heard the rhetoric from WWE before, and they do it without knowing it, or sometimes they do it because they know it. Either one. Yeah, what's up, Jen? Welcome to the stream. Oh, big suplex. Welcome to the stream. Going through some My Rise, taking a break from the constant work on Cause that I've been doing. Trying to jump through the hurdles that the game has been giving me while creating. It's good to take a break for a little bit and do some wrestling stuff, and play the My Rise for a bit. Whoa! Dominator. Bam.
1, 2, 3.
Got him. Got him. Freaking mowed through them like nothing. Mowed through them like they're nothing. Oh yeah, for those old school wrestling fans that want to see some matches that you never got to see in the U.S.
I've been meaning to
I highly recommend looking up All Japan Pro Wrestling matches.
Just wasn't feeling it.
Because you'll see a lot of matches from people in the wrestling business that you would never have seen fight at that time. Like the AWA champion versus the NWA champion.
Okay.
Or look up New Japan matches if you want to old New Japan matches if you want to see some old school, if you want to see some Andre the Giant matches in Andre's prime as a heel. A prime Andre the Giant as a heel, because he was a heel in his prime in Japan. He never was a heel in America. He was a heel in Japan during his Japan run when he was in his prime. If anyone wants to check those out. Just trying to find stuff to talk about as we're finishing up this mission and probably call it after that, because I've been going for about 2 hours and that's a good amount of time to play this mode. And I still have a lot of good missions left afterwards for the next stream or something. I may not be able to do any streams next weekend, but we'll see. I will keep everybody posted on whether or not I'm going to be able to do any streams next week or do anything next week. So we'll see. I know one of the weeks this week I'm gonna be super busy. So check my Discord. Check my Discord out. So check my Discord for the announcement sections. I more often than not post whatever updates I do there. Whatever updates or anything about the cause or anything about what I'm doing this season or whatever. I post any type of update, any type of streaming update or anything on there on my Discord. On the CPW, Creation Professional Wrestling Discord. So, and if you're not a part of that Discord, I can just message me on Discord and I will make you a part of it. Posing. Aw. You countered, you bastard. Time to spear the living daylights out of him. Got him. Got him. Alright. So... Say hi to him for me. Okay. So... Nothing else here, okay. Alright. So we have nothing here that we're gonna do. We're gonna work with. Yeah, so the next time, which will be at some point on another Saturday at some point. Whether it's next week or not, who knows? I will inform everybody on my Discord. When I get information. Gossip Hound, Lucha Libre style, and Early Bird gets the hardcore match. We'll get those and then finish up with the PC showcase. But with that being said, tomorrow I'll be doing GM mode again, and after GM mode I'll be doing some matches with my cause and showcase some of my cause, and what y'all have to look forward to for 2K for the 2K22 season. That'll start at some point when everything is done. So there's that. Hope y'all enjoyed this stream. See y'all tomorrow for the ending of GM mode. And some matches afterwards. I'm against Sauce 20. Remember to keep a snap back handy, and as always, ad Victoriam. And this stream is... Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. This stream is... Done. Thank y'all for watching.